What's going on there, guys? We're back with another one, and we got to talk about this as we know up in Cleveland now. Dylan Gabriel is the QB1. Bailey Zappi has been listed as QB2 by Kevin Stefanski, leaving Shedeur as the third string quarterback. And many are looking like, what in the world is their plan with Shedeur other than to sabotage his career and really just lower his value over time? Because they thought it was going to be a youth movement once Joe Flacco was traded away, which by default would have pushed Shedeur in the QB2 slot. But that isn't what's happening now. I heard an argument made for keeping him at QB3, whereas if Dylan was a sufferer or injury or anything, then Shador isn't just thrust in there mid game. He gets his full opportunity when he is indeed elevated to QB1. And that I'm not sure that's what's going on here. I feel like they're keeping Shador number 3 for a reason, and we got responses from Coach Prime, and also Shador is finally speaking on it. But let's check out everything that's been said, guys. Let's peep.
Decided if Shedeur is going to be your number 2 active quarterback for this weekend yet?
Well, first I'd tell you is the Joe trade took us by surprise. That was not something that we saw coming. They called us, and it happened very fast and happened not too long ago. So still working through all roster type of things. I always have to be mindful of our players and our players' development, and I want to make sure that I'm always doing what's best for our players and, of course, our team. But, with young players, I'm always thinking about last week making the change to Dylan. You have to think long and hard about that because these are young players that you're so invested in their development. So I'll let the week play out and make a decision later on that.
What might be the drawback to doing something like that?
Yeah, I trust in all of our players. I trust in their ability and those type of things. I just always want to set our guys up for success, bottom line.
So, like Monday afternoon, you didn't plan on trading Joe Flacco?
No.
Flacco?
Yeah, I got that
Cincinnati?
text during practice.
I was just wondering what your reaction
care.
is.
I don't give a damn about the Browns at all. I care about the Colorado Buffaloes. I do love me some Shedeur Sanders, don't believe that. I care about him. The rest of that mess, I don't, okay? I'm a coach trying to win just like they're trying to win games.
We don't have an answer on this yet. But
Well, I shouldn't have an answer. If y'all don't have an answer.
No, I just meant we don't know yet if you're going to be the number 2. But how excited, how ready, how great would that be for you to have an opportunity to go out there and back up Dylan in this game in Pittsburgh?
Oh, well, no, we're going to make sure we do everything we can to make sure Dylan ready for the game. So, whatever that means. So, each and every day, even when Joe was the starter, everything, prepare the right way and be ready to know that you could get out there at any point in time. So, I'm overly confident within myself. So, I know when I first got here, I'm ready to play. But, it's up to the coaches and, whatever decision, they make, then I'm fine with it.
First of all, let me tell you how much I got love for you. I wanted my son to be on the same team that you were on because I know what you would pour into him.
Wow.
I really did. And you don't know the timing of your text message to me, the emotions of your text message, the peace that it gave me. You have no idea what that meant to me. So I'm thanking you again publicly.
Absolutely.
About the DM or text that you sent me.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. You have no idea. But I really did want my son on the same team that you could guide him and lead. I'm telling you, man. And
Yes.
and God has his way, and it's gonna work out.
Yeah.
It's gonna work out good.
Shedeur Sanders should be the backup, period. Bailey Zappi, who Kevin Stefanski is currently trying to figure out if he's going to be the number 2. You've seen him play in Cleveland before. He started week 18 last year against the Baltimore Ravens. The Browns lost 35-10. Bailey Zappi had a touchdown and 2 picks. And y'all didn't choose to sign him. So the Chiefs signed him, and then the Chiefs cut him August 28th, and then y'all re-signed him. But you already knew what you felt about Bailey Zappi, because at the end of the season last year, you let him go. So clearly you didn't want him that bad. And now that it's time for Shedeur to get a turn, you're like, this Bailey Zappi dude, we got to see what we feel about him. You saw him. He was bad. Regardless of how you feel about Shedeur, at this point, you have to feel bad for Shedeur, because what the heck is this?
Kevin Stefanski full of shit. You talk about instilling confidence into your players. How you think that makes Shedeur feel? I don't know who the backup is?
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me. You really gonna bring up Bailey Zappi from the practice squad and make him the backup over me? And I've been on the active roster. Players in the locker room that like Shedeur off of that comment, they don't mess with Kevin Stefanski. They don't fuck, because you are really trying to lower this man's confidence. You don't treat people like they can't. If they can't play, get them off the team.
Yeah.
Get them off the team.
Yeah.
You stringing somebody along. All right, I'm the backup. Yeah. Nah, you might not even be the backup.
Yeah.
I'm done with him, bro. Like, I want to see him just lose every game now. Like, coaches like him shouldn't be head coaches.
One thing I'll say Kevin Stefanski has done is he has effectively made it where this relationship with him and Shedeur will never be something desired by Shedeur Sanders. And I'm saying that as if he becomes QB1 one day and then they start to win games and the balance of power shift where now he's QB3, but if he becomes the quarterback that can will them to some wins and the whole locker room galvanizes behind him and he starts to get a little power within the organization where he is the face of the franchise, which, as crazy as it sounds, he kind of is right now as a third string quarterback. But if he can put some wins behind that um, and really start to show what he can do, Kevin Stefanski is going to have to be fired. He's not going to be able to be the coach. And this isn't the way you should have handled this situation. Now, if you want to go with Flacco, then Dylan, then Shedeur, I'd say, okay, that's the order they were drafted in, as far as, where they were picked and everybody got an opportunity and Shedeur just wanted out. That's a little different than what Kevin Stefanski is doing. Um, we even seen in the preseason game where Shedeur played well, he didn't get him much props. But, he had some glowing things to say about Dylan Gabriel, which, again, I understand why people feel how they might feel about Shedeur. Thing is, the kid can ball, and the kid, by all accounts, is doing everything that you want to see done, by a young quarterback. Did he hold on to the ball too long a few times? Yes. Did Dylan take too many risks at times? Yes. Shedeur, again, you have to see what this kid can do this year. There's no room for him to truly be QB number 3 unless you're using that as if Dylan gets hurt, which, that's the one thing I heard that made sense. Like, if he's playing, he get hurt in the third quarter, throw Zappy out there, and he finishes the game. But coming back that next week, uh, Shedeur is the starting quarterback. You know what I'm saying? That is the only way that could make sense, as far as the depth chart. Because I do want to see Shedeur get the opportunity, for himself the whole game, right? I don't want him just giving a game where a quarterback in front of him is hurt or two quarterbacks in front of him get hurt. He get thrown out there in the third quarter or in the fourth quarter because of injuries. I want to see him when he truly gets his opportunity in the situation they're in Cleveland. I want to see him start the game and play throughout the game, and try to go out there and win a football game for the Cleveland Browns. And seeing Jerry Judy and others talking about him, I think Shedeur, um, I think he's just going to be ready though when his number is called. Again, I don't think Dylan Gabriel played bad that first game. I think they had him out there game managing, and they kind of had him on a leash too. Let him go out there and throw the ball. Let him try to make big plays. Let him play. Let both of them play. You need to see what you have. You need to see who is the guy going forward. And the only way you're going to do that is to let these guys play. I think Shador is ready for this moment. We'll see. Dylan is up again this week. Got a few games. I would have thought that if he went like 0-4, I would have thought, after that it'd been Shador's opportunities. He go 2-2 or something like that, then he'll still be playing, for the foreseeable future. Um, but if he goes 0-4, you're gonna go with Bailey Zappi after seeing what he did last year. You're gonna turn the keys over to Shedeur Sanders. You got to make a wise decision here. Um, the fans are gonna turn on Kevin Stefanski in the crowd. So if you throw Zappi out there, they cool with Dylan getting his opportunity. But trust me, if you throw Bailey Zappi out there, now you're gonna make it a spectacle, and you're gonna be dealing with voices from the sideline, and you're gonna turn your own crowd against you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.